Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Normal is broke and common sense is weird, so we're here to help you transform your life. From the Ramsey Network and the Fairwinds Credit Union Studio, this is The Ramsey Show. I'm Dave Ramsey. Jade Warshaw, #1 best-selling author, Ramsey personality, is my co-host today. Open phones here at 888-825-5225. Nicole is in Boston. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
I'm in the situation where I very much want to trust my husband's judgment on finances in our future, but we've hit like a rocky patch here where he just keeps kind of digging us into more and more debt in the hopes that we'll get out of it one day with some just risky real estate world stuff. Mm-mm. And I don't know how to dig ourselves out of that and like maintain respectful marital boundaries doing that. And I just, my opinion kind of gets thrown aside because I'm not as risky. I don't want to take risks.
Well, it's not the risk, it's the get rich quick, right?
The get rich quick. I'm not a fan of that strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here's the deal. You're not called to respect your husband if every time he gets in a car, he drives it into a ditch. You go, you suck at driving. That's not disrespectful of your husband as a husband. It's disrespectful of his driving ability because he sucks at driving. So don't get this confused that somehow respect is I'm supposed to turn a blind eye to idiocy. That's not respect. That's just enabling. Then when you give respect and you give a compliment for something that he actually does right, we don't know if it's real because you also endorse stupid stuff by call it respect. No, he can't drive a car. He keeps running in the ditch. Honey, you need driving lessons, and I'm not riding with your butt until you learn how to drive. You suck at driving. That's not really, I mean, some version of that, nicer than that, is not disrespectful. That's not disrespecting the position of that you love your man, you love your husband, you think he's a good guy.
That's just telling the truth.
Just he sucks at driving.
You're telling him the truth, and even a good friend would do that.
And he sucks at handling money. His views of money are broken. So that's how you balance it. You don't balance it. You're getting confused about what respect means. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to misbehavior or incompetence. That's not respect.
So tell us what hole you're in and what he's thinking of doing next to get out.
Yeah, so it's this week that this would be happening, and my answer is like, I don't want to do this, and his opinion is we have to do this, and so that's why I'm so glad you took my call. Our hole that we're in is that he has a very problematic property. It's always been a problem property, and it always takes the cash flow of my small business and his other cash flowing property. But it's hit the point now where we have to max out credit cards, which is against my everything, to basically use those to pay for all of the construction, all the things. And now it's hit a point where the threshold's so high we have to take out a bigger loan to just cover everything to try and get it to sell.
How many properties?
Always been the race.
How many properties do you have total?
We now have 3, and we've been trying to get rid of this one for a while. It's just a troublesome property.
What do you owe on it?
$6 million.
Oof. And what's it worth?
It's just got appraised at like just over 6. Not much though.
Is it residential or is it commercial?
It's an apartment complex, residential.
Yeah. And so, you can't sell it for what you owe on it.
We can sell it. It just takes so long to sell them. Like it always takes over a year to like get the packages put together. So he says, like, again, I'm not in this world. I don't know what this all really means, which is why I wanted to ask, like, if we just walked away from this mortgage and said, here, take it, like, we're not personally liable for it. It's business liability.
Yeah, but that's
no,
you.
No, I'm not
that's
doing
you.
that. Are you sure you're not personally liable for it?
I'm 90% sure.
I'm not.
Okay. Again, this is why I needed you guys. I don't know what I don't know.
They make non-recourse loans, but seldom as small as $6 million. If it's a non-recourse loan and you can walk away from it, yeah, I'll just walk away from it because it's not worth what you owe on it. If it's a non-recourse loan, put the keys in a shoebox and tell them to come get them. But I don't think it is. I want you to be sure you're not personally liable. Just because it's in an LLC doesn't mean he didn't sign it personally.
Yeah, I think it's a non-recourse loan, but I can be sure before I did that.
Yeah.
But
if
as of now,
if
all
your
of our
numbers
assets
are
just with me.
correct, okay, if it's an $8 million property, it's going to take a little while to sell it. Then let's sell it for $7 million or $6.5 million and get a little bit out of it and sell it. But if your numbers are correct, that it's worth what you owe on it, and your only option to keep the thing running is to go deeper in debt again, and this time personally, in order to fix up this property.
Yeah, that's the option.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. It's good money after bad is what you're thinking, and I am too. But I don't know that, I want you to verify the numbers, and I'm not sure if you're just pissed off or if that's the real numbers. So
No, those are real numbers.
I want you to get in there. Well, I want him to say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what if happens if you tell him, hey, I want to start the process of selling this today. I don't want to do what you want to do.
I'm not going to borrow money on it. No. We're not that. Okay, that's off the table. Now what are we going to do? We're either going to give it back or we're going to sell it as is. Which one are we going to do? Well, we can't give it back. I did sign personally. Oh, crap. Now then you got to sell it, right? Because you're going to get your butt sued. So,
Right.
but if it's a
a
non-recourse and it truly is worth $6 million before I put another $1 million into this sinkhole, yeah. And this is a lower income property and it's a pain in the butt to manage. I can tell by the way you're talking about it. You got a bunch of crummy renters, and it's not a fun property to own.
And by the way, if you say your opinion on this and do what Dave said, and your husband says that doesn't matter, and he goes ahead and does what he wants to do, that's also your signal that you guys need help beyond this. Is no longer a money problem at that point, right?
Yeah, we don't do big deals. We don't do deals of size, whatever size is, at the Ramseys without both being in agreement. Period, and at the Warshaws as well.
Facts.
I mean, we don't give large sums to a charity or a ministry. We don't buy things of size without talking about it. And the things that we buy that aren't of size, we have talked about it in the form of it's a category in a budget, so it fits. And so, you can buy that beef tenderloin. It's in the food budget, but that's right. Whatever. So, but because that's the whole thing. So. Nicole, the deal is this. You guys are running on two different tracks, and you need to get on the same track. That's first and foremost. As far as the particular property goes, then that if you get on the same track, that'll better inform what to do with the property. Mm-hmm. And you'll feel better about if you decide to keep it and work it, mm-hmm. and you use some of the cash flow. But so far, it's not been a blessing. It's been a curse.
But, Dave, I liked how you set up the very beginning, because we get that call a lot about a spouse feeling like it's being disrespectful to go in the opposite direction of what their spouse is saying.
I don't know. We're hillbillies, so arguing's an art form. So I don't know. I mean, I do not think my wife is a bad Christian wife, because sometimes she looks at me and goes, "No, I don't like that."
Absolutely.
No. That means like she's a full-grown woman with an opinion is all that means.
That's right.
Hello. Everywhere you turn this time of year, someone's telling you to swipe a card now and pay later. But that mindset always leads straight to debt and post-holiday stress. Fairwinds Credit Union takes a different approach. They're here to help you win with money. Fairwinds doesn't push credit cards. They help you build savings and stay debt-free, just like we teach, with the baby steps. And to do that, Fairwinds created the Smart Bundle with Ramsey fans in mind. It's more than a bank account. It's a tool to help you live with intention. The Smart Bundle includes a no-fee checking account, a high-yield savings account, and the exclusive Ramsey Be Weird debit card, which says debt is normal, be weird, right on the front. So every time you swipe it this Christmas season, it's a reminder that you're choosing a different path, to spend no more than you actually have, to avoid that January budget hangover, and to be free from debt traps. Go to fairwinds.org/Ramsey to open your smart bundle and get your Ramsey Be Weird debit card today. That's fairwinds.org/Ramsey, insured by the NCUA. Brett is in Flint, Michigan. Hey, Brett, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good. How can I help?
So, between my wife and I, we've got approximately $250 or under $250,000 in debt. Most of it resides in our mortgage and her student loans. I had a weird childhood, so I'm kind of really terrified of being homeless again. Mm-hmm. Is it stupid to pay off the mortgage before the student loans? I know you can't bankruptcy the student loans and you can sell the house and that kind of stuff, but
it's not stupid. I would not categorize either idea of paying off the debt as stupid. I think it's smart that you're thinking in those terms of being debt free. Can you tell us how much of the $250 is the mortgage and how much of it is the student loans?
They're honestly both about 108.
Okay.
And then we've got I've got a small personal loan because my mower on my business kind of crapped out, so I had to spend a bunch of money so I could fix that.
Got you.
That's about $2,900.
Okay.
We're trying to sell the trailer that we were living in, but we've got about $700 left on the personal loan for that.
Okay. What else do you have?
Like $4,000 on the card, and that's
you were living in a mobile home before?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is it up for sale for?
We have it up for sale for $40 right now. We haven't really had too much interest.
For how much?
We're talking to $40. A lot of the trailers in the park that we're going for are selling for like $60 to $66.
What do you owe on it?
We only owe $700 more on it.
$700.
We still have, yeah.
Okay. And how long has it been for sale?
2 or 3 months.
Okay. Have you had nibbles?
In October, so roughly then.
Had nibbles?
Not really, no. I also don't think our realtor's really trying too hard to sell it either.
Okay. I think you need a new real estate agent. I think you need a realistic price, and I think you need to get rid of that dadgum thing yesterday. That cleans up a whole bunch of stuff, man. Even if you took $30 for it, it puts $30,000 towards all this debt, right?
That's kind of the goal, is to get it.
What's your household income?
My wife is consistently at about 60. My business kind of fluctuates, so I'd say roughly between like 25 and
25.
What kind of work? What kind of business?
Oh, I mean, you make $25,000 a year?
I do. Well, that's just with the business because it runs just partially. It's lawn mowing. So then during the winter, I was doing snow plowing last year, but my truck for the plowing kind of crapped out on me. So now I just got a job for the winter. I'm looking for another job right now also, but that job's only like $15 an hour.
Okay, so you're making $25,000 or $30,000 a year, and she's making $60,000.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And your business is not doing that well.
No, this year was a little rough and weird. My sole employee, his sister got married out of the country. He told me about it a while in advance, but just because the time period, I couldn't take on more work, so that way I didn't destroy what reputation I had by not showing up. But by the time he
hire somebody and fire him if he's not going to be at work. Get somebody that comes to work.
Well, it was only for that,
it destroyed your business. Your business is that freaking fragile. Don't defend it. The guy don't come to work and it messes up your whole summer. You got to get somebody to come to work, man. You got to get this thing in gear. Your business sucks. You are not making any money. You're starving to death. You're making $1 an hour, and you're working your legs off. So you got to get that profitability up this coming year, or you got to go get it like a real job and shut this thing down because you're not making any money. So let me ask you this. So can we classify the fact that you were homeless as a child as trauma? Would it be okay to call it that?
Yeah.
It was traumatic, not just dramatic.
Yeah.
So that's what makes you think about losing your home and wanting to pay it off before you pay off all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened when you were a child has no bearing on what happens to you as an adult unless you repeat exactly the same patterns. And so Dr. Deloney says, he does a lot of trauma work, John Deloney that's on the air here with us. He says when you've had trauma and your body starts thinking you're right back there again and your shoulders rise up and you get tense across the neck and your heartbeat changes and your eyes start to dilate because it feels like it felt when you were a kid, but nothing like when you were a kid was going on, then you need to stop and say facts are your friends. The facts are that you two make close to $100,000 a year in Flint, Michigan. The facts are you only have $108,000 owed on your mortgage. Very reasonable. The facts are you've been struggling at your business and it's not doing great, but you do have a good, solid income. You're not going to be homeless. That is an irrational fear. And we don't act on and we don't make plans based on irrational fears. That's not wisdom. So no, you need to list your debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one, kick your business in the butt and get it running. And if you don't have employees that show up and don't work, get you some more and get this thing going. Mm-hmm. And let's, and let's get the truck fixed and snow plowing. Let's get the lawnmower fixed without going into debt to do it. Mm-hmm. And let's keep this stuff going. Let's start making some money. Start stacking some cash and knocking this stuff out left and right, left and right, left and right, and being proactive and playing offense and playing for the Super Bowl instead of going, no, I think we're all going to die. We're not going to die.
Brett, do you have a budget?
Nope.
Then we'll send you one today. Okay, we're going to get you started with every dollar because you're going to need that in order to know how much margin you're putting at the smallest debt, which looks like it's $4,000 on credit cards. That's your first one, but you're not going to do it if you don't know how much to put towards it, and every dollar is going to help you do that.
What I would do, Brett, is this. When Sharon and I went broke and lost everything and filed bankruptcy, and the electricity got cut off and the water got cut off and the house was in foreclosure, it was terrifying. And the way we chose to look at that was we will never be here again because we are going to analyze how we got here and repeat exactly 0 of those steps. Never again. That became our mantra. We wanted T-shirts printed. Never again is American Express going to call my house unless it's a wrong number.
Right.
I hate those people. Never again am I doing business with a large bank, one of these super banks. They will slit your throat and watch you bleed out and call it sport. Never again am I going to be beholden to idiots and buttholes like I was. Never again am I going to be. So that's what you do. You look back at your childhood and you go, never again. And I'm going to get on a budget and we're going to get out of debt and we're going to work like maniacs, work 6 jobs. We're going to sell so much stuff the kids think they're next. Never again are we even going to be close to homeless, and quit borrowing money. It puts you back in that mode again. Never again. And, you can use the trauma, use the terrifying experience as fuel to never be there again. And so, or you can sit and go, we're doomed to repeat this. Mm-hmm. No, you're not doomed to repeat it. Not unless you repeat, unless you repeat the same habits that put your parents there.
That's right.
Which, by the way, was borrowing a bunch of dadgum money was one of the things they did.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The reason he's feeling that way, the reason those alarm bells are going off is because he's doing things that he knows he shouldn't be doing, and he's starting to feel the effect of it. So he needs to listen to what his body is telling him, which is, dude, you're about to run off a cliff.
Yep. That's a warning sign. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stop it. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again will I be there. No, thank you. You don't have anything I want badly enough to go into debt to get it, to put one of you idiot bankers in my life. Never again. Never. If you've got collectors breathing down your neck and you're drowning in credit card debt, you don't need another debt relief company trying to sell you sunshine and unicorns. You need real help. And Guardian Litigation Group is the real deal. They're not a call center. They're actual attorneys. That means when a creditor tries to sue you, they can step into the courtroom and fight back. Now listen, debt settlement isn't pretty. It's not a magic wand, and I'd prefer you get out of debt the old-fashioned way. But if you're staring down bankruptcy and you've got no other way out, Guardian gives you a path to clean up the mess without paying a dime up front. Guardian's attorneys have helped over 55,000 people across the nation settle over $600 million of debt. So if you're ready to take back control of your life and stop cringing every time the phone rings, go to guardianlit.com/Ramsey. That's guardianlit.com/Ramsey.
Paid endorsement, attorney advertising, Guardian Litigation Group LLP. Not available in Minnesota and Oregon. Results vary and no specific outcome is guaranteed. Debt settlement may negatively affect credit and not all creditors will negotiate or settle. Savings vary and may be taxable. Please review our website terms for more information.
Well, if you feel like you're always starting from scratch with your money, trust me, you're not alone. It's not because you aren't disciplined and you aren't inconsistent. It's because you're emotionally overwhelmed. Emotions are part of the program, and learning about those and dealing with that is part of dealing with the person in your mirror. And when you do that is when you are able to get out of debt and build wealth. No one has talked about that better around here than our own Jade Warshaw. Her brand new book, What No One Tells You About Money, gives you a clear, guided process to diagnose the emotions, deal with them, break the old cycles, and shows you a system to make that plan easier to follow. It's kind of like that guy we were talking to a minute ago.
That's right.
He needs a new system.
That's right.
He needs a new way to handle the emotions of his childhood.
Yep, he was stuck in fear.
There we go. You can pre-order the book right now. It's wonderful. I love this book. $24.99. Get over $100 in free bonus items, including the enhanced audio book. Now, let me tell you, when we do an enhanced audio book here, we're like audio people. We're production people, so this is not going to be boring. You're going to love this audio book. It's amazing. Early access to the ebook. You'll get instant access to exclusive video, Your Financial Checkup with Jade, and you can have an exclusive three-week online book club with her as well with live Q&A. Pre-order today at RamseySolutions.com. We'll ship them to you 1st of January. RamseySolutions.com/store. The book is What No One Tells You About Money, and you need this in your hands. It'll make your new year better. Aaron is with us in Colorado Springs. Hey, Aaron, how are you?
I'm having a day. How are you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So for the past 3 years, I've had a lot of issues with the IRS and the Colorado Department of Revenue. My former employer that I worked with for 27 years, somehow my Social Security number got tied to their Shopify account. And the feds, as well as Colorado State, have been coming at me for the last 3 years on back income tax that I owe them. And today I received notification. I apologize. They're going to start garnishing my wages. And I'm just in a tough spot. And I've reached out to my former employer multiple times to try to fix this, and they've done nothing to help me.
So what does the IRS say you owe them?
Over $180,000.
What does the Colorado State say you owe them?
Right now they're saying $13,000 and some change.
Okay.
But the $13,000.
What do you make a year?
Right now I'm making about $130K.
Okay. Were you a partner in the former business in any way?
I was not.
You were simply a W-2 employee?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dude, you need to hire an attorney.
That's what I keep on thinking. I just try to...
No, today. You should have called them before you called us. You need to get a tax attorney, someone that does taxes, and they need to call the Colorado and say, look, if you garnish this guy, we're going to sue you for $20 million because it's not his debt. It's a clerical error,
Right.
and you can't garnish him. There's nothing to be afraid of, honey. You don't owe the money. It's not your money. You don't owe it. It's an error by your former employer, and you're probably going to have to sue them, get them off their butt too. But joyful, light some people up, baby.
I know. I contacted a tax attorney about 6 months ago because I put a lot of faith in this business here in Colorado Springs because they're a Christian business, and when I talked to the tax attorney, they're like, well, it's going to cost you $6,000 out of pocket for us to do it. And I was like, I just can't afford that.
You can't afford not to do it because Colorado's getting ready to take $6,000 out of your butt any minute.
Yeah.
You may as well give it to an attorney and fight back.
Very
Yesterday, why did you wait 6 months?
Oh,
Did you think this was just going to go away, honey?
No, I honestly, the IRS keeps on sending me notices saying that they're working on it and that they need more time.
No, wait a minute. You actually, here's what just came out of your mouth. You just said the IRS is competent. That's hilarious. That's a funny joke.
And that they're going to investigate this for you.
And the IRS is going to help you. Come on, man. Really? You know who's going to help you? You. Starting today. So either call that tax attorney back or get a new one. And somebody needs to be in touch by the close of business with Colorado so they don't start garnishing your dadgum wages, man. Because here's what you get for doing nothing. Somebody will do stuff to you. You can't do nothing.
Right.
Nothing is not one of your options. That strategy sucks. So either call that tax attorney back or get online at Ramsey Solutions, find one of our tax pros in the area and have them make a recommendation. You need legal representation by the close of business today. They need to be in touch with somebody and say, hold on, Junior. This guy does not owe any money. This is a clerical error, and if it can't get fixed by working directly with the tax institutions, you may have to sue your good Christian former employer who can't seem to help you get rid of $180,000. That does not qualify as good Christian, by the way. Hello.
Amen.
Pissing on your employees does not qualify. Hello?
Well, thank you, Dave. I hear you. I appreciate it.
Dude,
And
you need to be the hero of the story, not the victim. Get up and get them. Because this is not it's not going to fix itself, man. Okay? There's no tooth fairy that's going to land in here that the tax fairy is not going to come visit you and fix this. You're going to have to be like a grown up and go attack this situation with a vengeance. Otherwise, it's going to take you down. Because you don't want to screw around with the IRS for the next decade.
Yeah, and they're wrong. You're in the position of power. You're right. You have the information. I just feel like your countenance is very low, as though everybody else knows more than you.
As if you have no options. You're the one with all the options. But listen, you hire an attorney who gets excited about this, not one who's like, oh, no, know what we're going to do. If that's the attorney, fire them before you hire them. You want an attorney who gets mad like I am right now.
Oh, I appreciate that, Dave, more than you know. And your book changed my life and made me a believer. I want you to know that.
Well, I appreciate that. But, hey, hit this thing right in the nose and see if it'll bleed, okay?
I will.
Yeah, knock it down. Knock it down. This has owned you every waking moment for the last year, hadn't it?
The last 3 years.
You need to be free from this, and the only one's going to set you free is you with action. Okay? So get on Ramsey Solutions. Talk to one of our tax pros in the area. Tell them what your situation is, and you tell them, I'm fired up about it. So Dave's fired up about this, okay? And get me an attorney that's fired up. You want an attorney that even you don't really like. That's the kind of attorney you want, okay? You want one that pisses off everybody because that's his job, is an attack dog. Sick him, all right? Her job, whatever. Get it. And that's
crazy. He's letting the IRS could care less, number one.
None of these people could care.
No one
They're
is
a bunch
on
of
the case.
incompetent bureaucrats. They
no
don't
one
care.
is. Yeah, no one's thinking about this. He's
Including the former employer. How embarrassing.
Horrible.
If we accidentally did that to one of our people here,
Oh my gosh.
I would be so embarrassed that I would have fixed it in 20 seconds.
yeah, and somebody would have got fired.
Yeah, hello. Wow.
Man, wow.
Well, not if it was an honest mistake, but it goes on a long time.
3 years.
$180,000 too.
He's been
This is
losing
not-
sleep for
This
3
is not.
years.
This is not like we didn't sell like 2 paintings on Shopify here. This is like there's something big going down here. Wow.
Wow.
Oh man.
If you want something done, sometimes you just got to do it yourself, Dave.
No,
you
every time.
Can't be waiting around
Not
for
sometimes.
these fools.
Every time you got to do it yourself. When you guys listen, when you know something's wrong, and you kick it, you kick it up under the rug. Kick it up under the rug. You know what you get? Lumpy rug. That's what you get. And these things have a high rate of resurrection, like 100% chance it's going to resurrect. And it looks like a zombie when it comes out from under the rug. Now go ahead and kill it now, so you don't have to deal with it later. This is Dave Ramsey. We all want to know that the money we give to charity is doing something that matters, that it's making a real change, giving someone lasting hope. And here's one way to make sure of that. Give to Preborn. They're the real deal. Proven, transparent, and changing lives every day. I trust Preborn, and you can too. They're on the front lines of the battle for life, partnering with clinics to offer free ultrasounds to mothers in crisis. Because when a mom sees her baby on that screen, something changes. It's not just a decision anymore, it's a person. And 80% of the time, when a mom sees that ultrasound, she chooses life. Your $28 gift provides one of those ultrasounds. Just $28 to be the reason someone chooses life. And at every clinic, the gospel is shared, giving moms the chance to choose life and find real hope in Christ. $28, one ultrasound, one heartbeat, one mom who realizes she's not alone. That's the kind of life-changing impact your giving makes through Preborn. Go now to preborn.com/Ramsey or call 855-601-2229. That's preborn.com/Ramsey. John is in New Hampshire. Hey, John, how are you?
I am doing good, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my main concern is retirement. I am 47 years old, and I was laid off from my job in early December of last year. I don't have anything in retirement. I had to kind of use the retirement I had to survive until I was able to get a new job.
Have you gotten a new job?
I have a new job now. Yes, I have a job now.
Oh,
I started in April.
What do you make?
Yeah, I'm making $80 a year.
Good.
And I'm also in the process of interviewing for a better job that, if I get it, will be about 110-ish
Wow.
a year.
Great.
Yeah, that's all good. But I have nothing in retirement, and I've got some debt, and I live with family right now. So between needing to get a house of my own and retirement, and getting out of debt, I'm just kind of worried and not sure what the best way to accomplish all that is.
Gotcha.
Especially at 47.
You're single?
Yes, single, no kids.
How much debt?
Total debt, 52, just over 52,000.
On what?
That is a mix of credit cards and then 2 vehicles. And I know one vehicle is a motorcycle that needs to just go away. I understand that.
How much do you owe on the motorcycle?
28.
28,000?
Holy smokes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's half your debt.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, and how much do you owe on your car?
Just over 9,000.
Okay, that's good news.
I've had it for so long. There's not much.
Okay, and so that's 37. So what? And you got 20 on credit cards?
14.
14. Okay, cool. Any other debt that I'm missing?
No, I believe that covers everything.
Okay.
Just normal things that are month to month, like insurance and
Yeah.
a couple streaming services.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, the glaring thing is the motorcycle, isn't it? Obviously.
Right.
Yeah. So it's half
Yeah.
your debt and it's not needed and all that. And
Right.
so, yeah, that thing, you need to get that sold before Christmas. Somebody needs a new Christmas present with your motorcycle.
So with the loan,
No, I
that
wasn't
have
kidding,
on it-
man. I mean, really. You need to get
No,
rid
I
of the stinking
understand.
motorcycle
Yeah.
right now.
With the loan that I have on it, obviously nobody's going to pay more than what the bike's worth, or more than they can
What's
go to
it
the
worth?
dealership and just buy a new one. It's worth about 25,
Okay. All right.
24-ish. Not a lot less.
So who do you owe the 28 to?
That is America. What is it? American. It's a credit union.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, swing
Yeah.
down. Is a local branch there?
No, I recently in April moved to New Hampshire from Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Call the credit union back at the hometown and say, hey, guys, I'm upside down $3,000 on this motorcycle. I got to get the thing sold. I need to sign a note for the difference.
Okay.
I'm going to send you 25 and sign a note for the difference, and y'all need to release the title.
Okay.
Get that arranged with your. They'll do it with your get them credit union manager on the phone, and then you just sign it. Whatever it brings, you send them all the money, and then you sign a note for the difference. Now we're down to $3,000. Okay, that's good. That's gone quickly. This is like glaring bad thing right here. Out of all your stuff, nothing's really stupid except that one, and that was like super stupid right there. Okay, so now.
Right.
Then you're going to get an apartment, the cheapest you can possibly get, and be out on your own again, like a grown man making $110,000, $80,000, or whatever you're going to be making, and
Somewhere in between. Yeah.
yeah, and then we're going to clean up this debt, and we're going to build an emergency fund, and then we're going to start socking money away, and you're going to be a millionaire when you retire.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
So it's not too late at 47.
No, it's not too
Have you-
late.
Nothing in
Listen,
retirement.
I'm 65. That's so insulting.
that's your homework. That's your homework. When you get off this call, I already played around with the numbers for you, but I want you to do it for yourself. If you're going to be making $110,000 a year, taking home around $7,000, you invest 15% of that, $1,000 a month, $1,050, and that's assuming you're never going to increase your income, which is false. You're going to keep getting better and better. But even if you did $1,000 a month for the next 20 years, you're going to get really close to $1 million, and you're going to do better than that, right?
Right.
So
And
I
that's
want
if
that.
I get that job.
my
Obviously,
home-
I'm in the middle of the.
You're going to
interview
get the job. And if you don't get that job, you'll get
I
another
mean, you've
job.
already got one making 80.
Right.
Okay, just then take 3 more extra jobs until you get the new job. Just work all the time, man.
Yeah, and
Clean up his mess.
You need to look at the future, because looking at the future is going to motivate what you do right now. Because if you look at that number and you say, you know what, that's not good enough, then that's going to motivate what you do with your income going forward, right?
Yep.
Right.
You can play around and say, well, what does it look
Definitely.
like if I invest $1,500? What does it look like if I invest $1,800, right? And that's going to inform what you do today. Same thing with the debt. Plug it into every dollar, see how long it's going to take currently. And if you're not happy with that, you get to change that. You get to side hustle. The good news for you is you're single and unattached, and you're at your sister's house. So you need to be working
All
like 20
the
hours a day.
Time. Yeah, you won't die from hard work. Right before you die, you'll pass out. So
Correct.
just work all the time. My grandmother used to say it was a great place to go when you're broke. To work.
Man.
I want you working. What's my name? I'm working John. That's all I do. I work. I get out of debt. I'm building wealth because I'm 47 and I don't want to retire and eat dog
know,
food.
that's
I'm working. And then you'll get this mess cleaned up. You'll have an emergency fund. You'll start to feel better, and the lights will come on. Because right now they're a little dim. Your hope, the hope that's not in your voice is bothering me more than your numbers.
And the reason that Dave and I sound the way we sound is because we hear every day people doing this, and they're successful, and they turn it around, and we know that you can too.
You can do this, John. So we're going to put you on the upgraded version of Every Dollar. Hang on. We'll have Christian pick up and take care of you and get you on the budget. But get the motorcycle sold, get 5 extra jobs or 3 extra jobs, and working John. That's your name, man. And we're going to list our debts smallest to largest. We're going to attack them with a vengeance. We're going to get those credit cards out tonight, light a candle, and have a plastectomy party. Chop those puppies up. And let's move on, man. Let's move on. It's time to do something different. So if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. The last thing you want to do is be calling me at 57 living at your sister's house broke. So let's get after it and fix it now. Time to do it. You can do it. You can do it. And you're right, Jade. The beautiful thing is you and I have the unbelievable honor of getting to meet heroes every day who looked in the mirror and said, time to change something, and didn't wait around on.
That's right.
You know, they weren't sitting, they weren't watching the news.
That's right.
They were working.
Yeah, and many of them in a worse situation than John. Much worse. So
Yeah,
the time is, and a guy like him, you got to remember, the time is going to pass anyway. The time between now and him retiring, right? God willing. And he gets to choose what he's going to do with that time. He can be the same, worse off, or better.
Exactly.
And those are your three options. And
here's what's weird. If you absolutely, I mean, we're poking fun a little bit at it, but if you work like a crazy person, like ridiculous hours, you work like no one else, later you can work like no one else.
That's right. That's right.
You know, when I work, kind of when I want to, hello,
Yes.
you know, and that's because I got financial peace a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't owe any of these stupid banks. They're not calling me up. I don't have, you know, all this stuff coming at me that I can't handle. It's not because my life's perfect. It's just I built a life that said, I'm not going to be beholden to you people that are screwing everybody, you car companies. I mean, who loans a guy $28,000 on a motorcycle who lives at his sister's? I mean, come on.
Well, to be
Hello,
fair, I don't think
banker.
he lived at his sister's yet. But
That's a banker ought to have his butt kicked up around his neck. Oh, my God. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And guess
not
what?
good.
The motorcycle went down in value. Oh, I'm so shocked. So, yeah. And the good news about him, though, I mean, John's got it made. Half his dadgum problem
Was the motorcycle.
one stroke.
Yeah.
One stroke.
Yep.
And the fact that he didn't have a job for forever, and that's
that
not
messed
okay.
him up. Yeah. Well, that's what got the credit card debt.
Yep, sure is. Yeah. So this is, guys, you can do this stuff, but listen, if you want a different result, you have to put in a different recipe. If you keep baking a cake and it keeps turning out vanilla and you wanted chocolate, you need to change the recipe. Hello. You keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's the definition of insanity. That's what the 12-steppers say, and they're right. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over. I just can't seem to get ahead. Well, then quit doing the same dadgum stuff. Hello? You got to change something. Throw some dynamite in the middle of it. Let's bust this thing up, man. It's time, boys and girls. It's time. Hey, it's Dave Ramsey. You've heard me talk about the importance of giving, and I love that Zander Insurance lives that out. This month, Zander is donating 25% of all ID theft protection sales to Team Rubicon, a veteran-led disaster response organization that deploys wherever disaster strikes, boots on the ground, helping families rebuild and offering real hope for communities in crisis. Zander's been supporting causes like Team Rubicon for over a decade, donating over $500,000. That kind of track record shows I can trust them, not just with my money, but helping protect my identity too. Zander's ID Theft Protection Plan is the only one I recommend because, let's face it, identity theft is out of control. In today's online world, it's not a matter of if, but when. Zander's plan is comprehensive, affordable, and you can even give it as a gift. So protect your family and support a powerful mission this Christmas. Go to Zander.com or call 800-356-4282. That's Zander.com. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show in the Fair Winds Credit Union studio. Cece's with us in Cleveland. Hey, Cece, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm 27 and I'm in dental assisting schools, and I also own an online boutique. But I'm starting to pay for my mistakes I made when I was younger, and they were terrible. Like, I'm $40,000 in debt. And
On
I was
what?
like, I don't know what. So half is from my car, a Honda Civic. I'm financing it, so $20K is.
So you
for
owe
the car.
$20,000 on your car.
Yes,
What's
and
the
then
other?
I was so young. I was young and dumb, and I decided to lease a Mercedes at like 23 years old. And when I returned the lease, the wear and tear, the miles, and all of that, I still have to pay for that. So that's about $10,000.
Okay. And how long
then-
ago was that?
I returned that car in 2023.
Okay. So they're not happy with you. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. 2 years
No.
ago. Okay. And then what's
I'm
the,
in
what's the
school,
other
so
what's the other 10,000?
So I did take out a student loan up for about $5,000 because I'm in dental school, and FAFSA only paid for half, so I had to take out a loan. And then the other amount is just from like personal loans and credit cards.
All right.
And I'm not working right now. I lost my job, so I'm like, should I file bankruptcy or should I
No.
just drop out of school and just?
What are you in
I don't know what to
dental
do.
school for $5,000? I don't understand.
For dental assisting, so
Oh,
the
dental
program is
assistant.
$8,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never knew any dentists that went to school for $5,000. Okay.
So you paid 3 out of pocket and got a loan for the other 5.
Well, FAFSA paid for the 3, and then I had to get a loan for the other.
Okay. And what were you doing that you just got fired from?
Well, I didn't get fired. I decided that I was going to quit my job and run my business.
Oh, how
I
much?
just-
Because your business is bringing in a lot of income?
It was until I quit my job and started having to pay my rent with the money I made from my online business.
Okay, what
So,
are you making from the
no.
online business?
Right now, I'm not making anything because I just put it on pause. But I was making about $3,000
But why
a
are
month.
you stopping?
Why are you stopping all the things that make
you
money? This is so illogical.
Because it's so hard to juggle school and running a business, and it's like
You're
losing
not
all of
running
my
a business. You stopped it.
Well, it was before I stopped it. It
was
got hard
hard.
because no,
Yes.
listen. Okay, hear me out. The profits, I started using it to pay my rent and my car note and my insurance. So it's like now
That's
I can't
good.
even drop because I'm using.
Okay,
Really?
let me go back. So you're a student, you're a full-time student. Can you work at least part-time at the very least? Because you got to live. Because what's the other option, right? Because if you stop working at the other job, then you stop working at your business. What are your options to put your lifestyle on credit, right? And that's what you've been doing.
Yes,
I
and
know.
it's not working.
I know. That's why I'm telling
So
you got to go back and get some
the job
work.
that you quit, what were you making of the job you quit?
So I was a correctional officer for about 3 years, and I was making about $4,000 a month.
Mhm.
But it's just I wasn't happy, and
Okay.
so
And,
I
now, and
did
now
just
you're really not happy because you don't have $4,000 a month.
yes, because I'm broke.
Yeah. So here's what you need to do. You need to go get a job.
Any job.
So here's the thing. Hear me out. I got an offer at the post office, and they pay a pretty nice amount. It's just I'm scared it won't work with school.
Try
I'm
it.
Like, should I
So
choose the
so
post
quit
office?
school. You need money.
Cece,
You
Do
called me
you-
and asked me if you wanted to file bankruptcy. That was your question. And then you're telling me you don't want to
Yeah.
work and you want to go to school. Wrong answer.
is
Work.
it just you, Cece? It's just you?
Yes, it's just me.
And
I've been doing everything since I was like 17.
And you're living by yourself, or are you living with someone, a roommate, or is it just you?
No, I'm by myself.
Okay. You got to do this. And the good news is, and I told the other guy this who called in, it's just you. You don't have to get home to a kid, to a husband, to a grandma you're taking care of. It's just you. So this is time management. This is the problem, time management. And you understanding that this is going to be hard for a season. How much time left in school?
I graduate in June. That's why I don't want to quit.
Okay, then
Then
stay in school and work full time
And let
for
your
6 whole months. Wah.
That's it. And let your goal just be, I'm working and I'm going to school and I'm paying my rent and I'm just doing these, what I'm going to call just typical adulting tasks. I work, I go to school, I pay my bills. And that's it.
So something's going to be hard. The wise person chooses the hard thing they want to do instead of the hard thing happening to them. You're going to have something that's painful and hard. Ready, set, go. Now you decide which one you want it to be. Now, I would rather be tired and a wee bit stressed from working all day and going to school than as broke as you are and scared as you are. That's hard. So I would choose not to be where you are and choose to work full time and go to school like a crazy girl and then get out in June and go live your best life.
Yeah. Let's talk realistically about your schedule. When you do the dental assistant thing, is it daytime? Are you going at night? How does it work?
So right now I'm in night school. That's the thing that's stopping me from finding a great job.
That you're at night?
5 to 9. Yeah. 5
and what
to
time?
9
What time
p.m.
is
Monday
the
to
post
Friday.
office job?
So I start Monday, and it says 8 a.m.
Perfect.
Someone told me that the post office, you could work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and that's why I'm scared.
So
well, why don't
somebody
you find
told
out?
you something.
If you start at 8 a.m., you want to know when you're probably off work?
3.
4 at the latest, which means you can hop over there and get to your class at 5. You can grab a bite to eat. Don't not do this because somebody told you. Because do you want to know what that tells me? I'm gonna tell you. I'm being your friend right now. If an excuse that's that vague is enough to make you stop, it's because you don't want to do it to begin with. It's almost like you were looking for an excuse not to do it. Yep. That's what that tells me. So you have to want this for yourself, Cece. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the schedule. You can do this. You got the job, 8 to 4 max. Hop over there, do the school from 5 to 9. It's 6 months, like Dave said. You can do this. It's going to be hard, but you can do this. You have to want to do it.
Yeah. Choose your hard. Something's going to be hard. Be a big girl and decide which one you want it to be. Mm-hmm. Do I want to be sitting here terrified, broke? But you can't just be randomly walking out on stuff. You just go, I don't think I want to work anymore. What the heck? It got
too hard. Well, the pattern is, here's the pattern. Each one of them got too hard. You were the corrections officer. It's tough, man. It's a mental load. I can understand that probably is a tough job, but it got too tough. You left. Then you started doing the online business because that seemed easier. You did it for a while and you realized, oh, this is harder than I thought. I'm having to use my profit. I can't invest my profit back in. I have to use some of it. It got hard. You quit that. Now you have this job on the table that could really break you free, and you're thinking, you haven't even done it yet. You're just thinking it might be hard. And you're about to bail on that. That's a pattern, Cece. That's yours to break.
It's going to be hard. Buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be hard. It's going to be worth it. Mm-hmm. Suck it up. Go get it, girl. You can do this.
Hey guys, you know those too good to pass up holiday promos? Well, they can be great, but with every spin of the digital wheel, the newsletter sign up, the coupon code, you're giving away your data. You think that info just stays with the store? I doubt it. It goes into the corners of cyberspace where data brokers grab it, repackage it, and sell it to spammers, scammers, and generally bad people. The FTC just reported consumers lost over $12.5 billion to fraud last year. And that's not just a number. That's your money, your time, and your privacy. And that's why I recommend Delete Me, your digital cleanup crew. The Delete Me privacy pros dig through hundreds of these data broker sites, they scrub your info, and they keep it gone, which means fewer weird robocalls, fewer spam texts, and it's the gift that keeps on giving because it's an annual subscription. And Ramsey listeners can get 20% off those annual plans at joindeleteme.com/Ramsey with code Ramsey at checkout. Do it today. That's joindeleteme.com/Ramsey, code Ramsey.
So one of the criticisms of Gen Z has been that, and I disagree with it, by the way, because I disagree with the premise, but I'll go ahead and lay it out there, is that Generation Z, their 20s, are not resilient.
Okay.
They don't stick with it, do hard things.
As a generation, this is what people are saying?
Yeah, it's one of the criticisms that they don't know how to do hard things, and they don't stick through and persevere. And that is sometimes true. Our last caller is an example, right?
Sure.
So no question. She just didn't want to do hard things. And you said you got to do hard things. And if you live like no one else, later you can live like no one else. And rejoice in your suffering, the Bible says, because suffering produces perseverance.
Man, what? Yes, keep going.
And perseverance, character.
I've been talking about this, Dave.
And character, hope. And hope is a gift of the Holy Spirit. So, so there's a lineage. Suffering creates perseverance. So
maturity is what some of the versions say. Exactly.
So the thing is, what I have found is, we got about 500-600 Gen Zs working here on our team, and they're the good ones. There's two kinds of Gen Zs: awesome and sucks, right? And we've got the awesome ones. You can get the good ones. They're good. When they're good, they're good. And they're abundance thinkers. They believe that anything's possible because they've carried around a magic wand in their hand their whole lives, and if they push a button, stuff happens. And so the first time something does get hard, sometimes it's a lack of resilience. Sometimes it's a lack of perseverance. But sometimes it's like, what's the point in doing something hard? Because there's probably a workaround.
There's a lot of tools that can do it for me.
There's some way I can work around this and not have to go through that. And it's the way it's the native nature of their minds, the way their minds have been programmed to live. And it's really not a bad thing. I mean, because really you should stop and go, is there an easier way to do this?
Absolutely.
And is there a workaround? What's the hack, right? And
work smarter, not harder.
What's smarter? I mean, why do I just keep running into this wall and call that perseverance? No, I should probably walk around the wall. Hello.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just boom, 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 boom. Like a dadgum rhinoceros or something. It's brain damaged. And so, no, you could just move over there and walk around. You don't have to hit the wall, dummy. It's concrete. And so, but they're really good at looking for the workaround and looking for the hack. And sometimes that has caused them to be accused of lack of resilience. And I think that's a wrong conclusion.
I can agree with that.
Now, sometimes there's a lack of resilience. There's a lack of, stick to it, push through. And so really what this comes down to is if you're a Gen Z, or if you're parents of teenagers right now that are walking around with a magic wand, they do not know a world where they can't push a button. They've never experienced a world where they can't push a button and stuff shows up on their porch in 24 hours. They don't. If you want to know what the temperature is, we used to have to go outside and look at the thermometer. And we came back in and went, it's cold. Now you just push the weather app, right? Anything you want to know or anything you want to do is a magic wand in your hand. So if you parents are doing that, what I suggest as a parenting thing, because it becomes a part of their success principles that they're going to live their life for, teach your children to do hard things.
Yeah. Yes.
Put something in front of them that's hard. And 100% of the time that any of us are doing something we've never done before and it's hard, I'll tell you what rises up inside of you. Frustration. And then with me, I just get angry.
Yeah.
Not at someone, but I just get pissed off. I can't do it. I've never been able to do this. And it's, trying to learn a thing with a sport, trying to hit the golf ball a certain way. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And I have to just stop and go, it doesn't matter. Okay, the secret to happiness is low expectations on the golf course, right? But persevere, push through until you get a callus. Push through until your brain is tired. Your emotions are tired. Learn to do hard things. Those that are 30 years old and under, in the next 25 years, that know how to do hard things will be running the country.
That's right. Yes.
They'll be running the country. And the rest of you that don't learn how to do hard things will be following them and doing what you're told, like a bunch of sheeple. And so learn to do hard things. Marriage for 50 years is hard. It's hard. And anyone tells you this is a cakewalk is a liar. Okay? There are times that you want to kill each other. Literally. I mean, I'm not talking metaphorically. I'm talking about I want to,
You're right.
And hide the body.
You're right.
There are times. Parenting is hard. I mean, now that I've got grandkids, I'm really glad I let them live, but there was a question a time or two, whether they were going to live through this or not. It's worth it. Go ahead, parents. Let them live because they'll bring you grandbabies, and it's worth it. Let them live. Don't kill them. But yeah, but man,
this is making me feel way better about myself.
It's hard. It's hard, y'all. Managing money and saying no to yourself so that you can say yes later.
Tough.
Is hard. Not filling up the cart on Amazon and hitting submit is hard. I want it, and I work so hard. Oh, call the ambulance. You work hard. Everybody works hard. You little whiner. Oh, my God. That's the one that's inside of me. I'm a little drama queen. I work so hard. You don't work hard. You don't even know what hard work is. You've never done any hard work. Hard work is never. I work hard. No, that means you went to a building all day. That's all that means.
Everybody does it. Yeah, everybody does it.
There was no sweat involved.
Now that's a word. And you drove there.
In that air-conditioned car. I work hard.
It's perspective.
So do some real things that are difficult. Our friend Michael, what's his name? Esther?
Yeah, Easter.
Easter. Is that right? Wrote the book Comfort Crisis. Yeah, read Comfort Crisis. Yes. We have a crisis in the culture because we've worked so hard to become comfortable. And now we're so comfortable, we don't know how to do hard things.
And you have to practice the hard things. That's like...
we have to go from our 72-degree kitchen to our 72-degree garage to our 72-degree car to our 72-degree office, and we call that hard. No. And there's no starvation involved. There's no one's hungry. I mean, there are some hungry people out there. Don't misunderstand, but I mean, most of you listening to me right now, you got your $800 iPhone, and you're not, and you can't complain about, living like you live like 1% of the world, top 1%. So it's do some hard things. Those that know how to do hard things will always be leading those that don't.
And I also think there's just personal dignity in it. I mean, there's just certain things that it's good to do, even if you could do it easier, even if you could have somebody else do, like, for instance, okay, it's winter, all the leaves are falling off. We could probably pay somebody to come clean up the leaves, but we have to teach our kids that it's good to do hard work. So
yeah, you can pick out stuff like that. I didn't do all that, but I mean, I did.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You've got to do the hard thing, whatever it is. It can be a mental challenge. It can be a physical challenge. It could be an emotional challenge. I don't want to go over there. She doesn't like me. Oh, well, tough.
Figure it out.
Learn to work with difficult people. They're everywhere. So you might as well get used to that. So here's a plan. Deal with that. Well, she's mean. Oh, well, there's going to be a she's mean everywhere, believe me. So you got to learn to handle them. And that's do hard things.
All of it.
Emotionally hard, physically hard, spiritually hard, whatever it is. But the diligent are the ones that prosper. And diligent is excellence over time. Diligent prosper. That's the Bible says that, okay? And so you're going to prosper when you learn how to do hard things with excellence over time, because when you do the things that other people won't do, you'll always have the things that other people don't have. I had dinner with my friends the other night. It's their 50th wedding anniversary. They've done some things that most people won't do to get to that point. They put up with some stuff off of each other to get to that point.
Didn't commit murder.
They didn't kill each other. They threatened to, but they didn't kill each other. It's worth it. It's worth it. They got some things that other people don't have. Owning a business can be a heavy load. You want to serve your customers well, make a healthy profit, and grow. And your team, family, and customers are all counting on you. And now everybody's talking about AI like it's magic. And you're wondering how to keep up. You're carrying a lot, but you don't have to do it all alone. That's where NetSuite comes in. Over 43,000 businesses, including Ramsey Solutions, use NetSuite to lighten the load by bringing all their numbers into one system. Accounting, inventory, CRM, payroll, the works. And now NetSuite's AI takes it further. automating busy work, flagging inventory issues, spotting cash flow problems in real time, and catching risks before they hit. So you're not just closing the books faster, you're making decisions confidently. And when your numbers are right, that takes a lot of pressure off your shoulders. And yeah, switching systems is a big move, but NetSuite's Suite Success process gets you up and running fast. Go to netsuite.com/Ramsey for a free product tour and to schedule time with a NetSuite rep. That's netsuite.com/Ramsey. If you're working the baby steps, the best and the fastest way to do it is by using Every Dollar. It's more than just a budgeting app. It is the plan built in. The Ramsey plan is built into it. You track your progress, you get personalized recommendations and coaching, and we're going to help you free up more money, work the plan faster. It's like having one of us walking with you every day, showing you the next right step and holding you accountable. Start Every Dollar for free. Download it in the App Store or Google Play. Brad's in Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, Brad, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Better than I deserve. How can we help?
So I inherited about $450,000.
Wow.
It's in an IRA, inherited IRA, so I have to pay taxes on it. But I think I'll have enough to pay off the house afterwards. I want to know if it's better to invest that or if it's better to pay the house off.
How much do you owe on your home?
So $373.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah. Okay. No, you won't either. You're not gonna get that much out of 450. So it's all taxable at ordinary income when you pull it out.
Yeah.
It's gonna put you in the top. It's gonna put you in the top tax bracket. So it's 30%.
So I'm pulling it out a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna do it over like a 4 or 5 year period to where I can stay in that 22% tax bracket.
I don't think you're going to be in a 22% tax bracket if you do that. That's $100,000 a year. I don't think that's a 22% tax bracket.
So it would be better to look at investing it?
No, that wasn't what I was saying. I'm just questioning your tax numbers is all. It was not an inherit. There's not. So have you talked to a tax person to help you run this out?
I did, and that's where I got the 22%.
Okay, then maybe I'm wrong. Okay. What do you make?
Yeah,
what's your household income?
So we're about 120, 130. He told us since it's married, filing joint, it'd be about 228,000, give or take, is what the 22% would be for us with the standard deduction.
Okay. All right. I will shut up then. Okay. So you can pull 100 a year out for 4 years.
Yeah, roughly.
And keep it at 22. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now back to your question then. We surveyed and did research, the largest research project on millionaires ever done in North America, 10,167 of them. The number of them that said, I borrowed on my house to invest in the stock market and that's how I became wealthy, was precisely zero. None of them did that. Instead, they worked systematically to get out of debt and systematically to invest while being debt-free. That's what almost every one of them, like 89 percentile. So that's the data tells me that the smartest thing to do, what millionaires typically do, is to pay off the house. And so I would pay off my house if I were in your shoes. And then I would use that increased cash flow to build wealth with. Because you don't have a house payment anymore, because your house payment's, $4,000, $3,000?
We're at 23.
Okay. So yeah, round it up to 3,000, put 3,000 a month into a mutual fund after your house is paid off and you'll have $1 million in that one account in no time. That's $36,000 a year. That's legitimate investing. Okay. So yeah, so the answer to your question is I pay off my house. as soon as I can.
Okay.
And I want you to go back. I'm going to have to pull it up. Are you pulling up tax brackets?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It
What'd you
looks
find?
like 206 married filing jointly, 206,000 to 394, 24%.
Okay. Well, he said 22.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. All right.
So you're right in there.
All right. This is why I don't do taxes, because I suck at it. Okay.
Well, then no, it's always
But
changing.
either way, yeah. So yeah, avoiding bracket creep is the smart way to do this.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to give them extra money. Is it invested in good mutual funds?
So I've got it invested right now with Fidelity. They're managing the account, and I've got it on a low risk because the market's been doing pretty good. So I didn't want to market turn and then lose the inheritance.
You're not going to
Until-
lose the inheritance with the market turn. You might lose some of the gains, but you won't lose the inheritance. So no, there's not been a market turn where the market evaporated. There's never been one. Even in the Great Depression, the stock market crash, the market didn't completely evaporate. It just went way down. So no, you're not going to lose the inheritance, but you might lose some of it. I mean, you might lose $10,000 or something, but no. So make sure it's invested in something good that's not. Because this market's going zoom, and you really do want to be in on it.
Mm-hmm.
While you're sitting on it, because you're going to do this over 4 years. Make sure you're in at least an index, at least, and maybe a little bit more risk than that. That's where I would be anyway. So, but if you're doing that, yeah, you're going to be beating up on this tax bracket thing and running that. As soon as you pull it out, though, dump it on the mortgage. As soon as you pull it out, dump it on the mortgage. The day you can get it out. January 1, boom. So you could take some this year, some next year, right? So right now you got 3 week span. You can 2 hits on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you can pop some this year, some next year, and that's in the next month you could put 200,000 on this. So and I definitely would.
I'd just ask more questions too. I'd want to know why he landed specifically at 100,000 when he's still got that window up against the tax bracket.
His income plus 100 out of this puts him right at the bracket creep. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, well, it puts him right in the middle of the bracket. It puts him right between
at 22. What's the 22 max?
22 max is 206.
That's
so
what he said. Yeah, and he makes like one something.
He makes 120. So if he took 100, he'd be over it already.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well, it won't be quite 100 then. It'll be just under that. But yeah, he's going to run right up to the edge of the 22. Is what he said.
Okay.
That makes
he
sense.
Needs to be careful.
All
yeah.
right. That sounds like it's good advice. Sounds like you got it nailed down. But yes, the bottom line is I'm going to pay off my house before I invest. I would not borrow on my home to invest, and it has the same exact mathematical effect if you don't pay off the house and you instead invest. So no, I would not. I'd get the house paid off. All the data that we have shows to go that way, and common sense says to go that way. And when you lay your head on a pillow in a house that you don't know anything on, it feels different. I'm just saying.
I say it all the time. When people come up against hard times, you know, whether it's COVID or they lost their job or there's a diagnosis, the number one thing people think about is, can I keep my house? Is my home going to be okay? Is my house going to be all right? That's the number one thing.
Not how my mutual fund's doing.
Nope.
Don't ever ask that. I need to check my mutual fund. That never comes up.
They want the security of their home being stable.
And I think there's something about it being stable that adds to adds to a lot of things, for one thing, but it adds to career choice.
Yes.
Because I don't have to put up with this crap, so I can go over here and make more money. You just feel, I don't know, you got a little more swagger.
You're freed up.
Got a little more swagger in the marketplace when you don't do that. So yeah, I would. Not to mention, relationally, number one cause of divorce: money fights, money problems, money stress. Don't have that. Don't have a mortgage. Hello. Not as much chance anyway. Oh, by the way, what's the number one cause of death in America? That'd be hypertension, heart attack, that kind of stuff, right? And guess what? Low blood pressure. You got lower blood pressure when you don't have a mortgage.
That's right.
I actually don't have any data on that. One of these days we need to get with the medical community and do a little study on
I'm sure.
the medical cost, your medical bills resulting from the anxiety caused by debt.
That would be groundbreaking.
What would be the cost? What's the real cost? My interest rate's a good deal. Not anymore. Not once you run the medical bill on top of it. Yeah, that's a different thing. So
wow.
I mean, just chill.
Take someone's pulse, like put a meter on them as they're signing for a car note.
Yeah.
See what's going on with those vitals. Through the roof.
Check the brainwaves, see if there is one.
No, those fell off. Those fell off the chart.
Finally, mortgage rates have dropped, and you know what that means? People who've been sitting on the sidelines are about to jump back in to the housing market. So if you've been waiting to buy, this could be your window, but you've got to be prepared and do it the Ramsey way. You need to contact Churchill Mortgage. Their Home Buyer Edge program gives you peace of mind in a wild market. You can cap your rate for 90 days, so if rates go up, you're protected. If rates go down, Churchill will drop yours automatically. And get this, Churchill will even back your offer with a $10,000 seller guarantee. So if your loan falls through due to financing, the seller still gets paid. That's how confident Churchill is. Plus, when you shop as a Churchill certified home buyer, it's stronger than pre-approval. It makes you look like a cash buyer, which makes your offer rise to the top. So don't let this moment pass you by. Get ready now. Go to churchillmortgage.com to get started today. That's churchillmortgage.com.
This is a paid advertisement. Homebuyer Edge and Seller Guarantee are available for qualifying borrowers and select loan types only, and not available in all states or locations. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal Housing Lender.
Our question of the day comes from Why Refi. Defaulted private student loans don't just disappear, but you can actually take control and make them disappear. Why Refi offers low fixed rate refinancing that gives you hope and a clear path to make them disappear. Go to yrefy.com/Ramsey. That's the letter Y, REFY.com/Ramsey, not in all states.
All right. Today's question comes from Hayden in Pennsylvania. He says, my wife and I recently got married and bought a home. We're debt-free other than the home and have a fully funded emergency fund of about $19,000. Our combined income is approximately $10,000 a month, and our expenses are only around $3,500. We spend around $450 a month on eating out and entertainment. Now, I'm a saver, and I find it very hard to spend on items that I don't believe are needs. My wife loves to think about ways to decorate our first home, and given that we're debt-free besides the home and investing 15% in our retirement, what strategy should I put into place regarding how much cash we could wisely spend on furniture? I'm happy sitting in the dark living room on a lawn chair reading financial statements, but you're cooler than me.
You might be a nerd if.
Whew. This is terrible. He says, you're cooler than me and will answer the question in a way that will ease my anxiety and also help our marriage. Oh, yeah, we're going to help your marriage because if you continue down this track, it's not looking good for you, buddy. Yeah, you guys are doing fine. You're doing good. Baby step 4, investing 15%. Love all that. The fact that you have all of this margin is fabulous. $10,000 coming in, $3,500 going out. Dave, when I think of things like this, I like thinking about it in terms of what I'm going to call just kind of a financially responsible adult checklist. And this is a checklist that needs to run in the background for people who are either nerdy like this guy who's got tightwad syndrome, or, you know, people who just have a hard time trusting their instincts. Maybe they've made a lot of bad mistakes in the past and they're just getting comfortable with the idea of doing well with money. Number one, and it's following the baby step. Number one, are you a person who's on a budget? You're on your budget every single month. You're checking in with your budget. You're utilizing your budget. If that's yes, check green light. Next thing, are you a person who's out of debt and you're not entertaining things that allow you to go into debt? So you're just a debt-free lifestyle. Yes, check. Are you a person who's carrying the proper insurances? I'm guessing you are. I'm guessing you have your life insurance, your wills, everything's in place there. Great. Green light. Next thing, are you a person who is doing all the ways that we say to save money? You've got your 3 to 6 months. Check. You're investing 15%, a form of saving. Yes. You've even bought a home, another forced savings account. Green check. Very, very good. And are you a person who's prioritizing generosity? Now, I did not see that in the things that you talked about. That could help. So that's one that I'd put a little question mark. If you are doing those 5 things, you are what's known as a financially responsible adult, which means when there's margin left over, Dave, you can use those. You don't just have to do needs. There are some wants that you need to throw in there, and you can do it you can trust that you'll do it in a responsible way because you've been responsible on all the things that matter. So yes, give your wife some money to decorate this house. You're not going to go into debt over it. You're not going to sacrifice the things that you need and that make you a responsible adult. So yeah, do it. Get the couch.
There are 3 things you can do with money. You can give it, you can spend it wisely, and you can save it. You need to be doing all 3 of those things.
Yes.
And when you're not in balance, and you're going to blow up at some point. Or somebody around you is going to blow up. You could live in a lawn chair in your living room. She can't. So she won't be living with you if you keep this up.
Right.
That's how this works, okay? So financially responsible adults. I do not understand it. My joke was, I do not understand China dishes that we never eat on, and I really don't understand a $3,000 cabinet to put the dishes in that we never eat on. I don't have to understand this. You don't have to get it. You just have to get it.
Because you speak Raptor.
You have to go get it. I don't speak China. I speak Raptor.
You understand.
I speak gun.
You speak
I don't speak purse.
Right.
So, yeah. So I don't have to get it. I've just got to get it. Happy wife, happy life.
And you gotta remember, what's it all for? Like, otherwise, why? Why are you doing this if you can't enjoy any of it?
Well, it's not. If part of him enjoying it is allowing his wife to enjoy it. We have a line item in our budget, continuously decorating.
Yeah.
We're continuously decorating.
Never stops.
For 43 years, we've been continuously decorating. I haven't always been aware of it, but we have been continuously decorating.
Because the window treatments
finally,
go out of
I gave
style.
up and admitted it. Okay, now we're actually doing it, so we're going to put it in the budget. And this is the number. You can do up to this per month. Or you can not do it for 3 months and still spend the total of those dollars. I don't care, but this is the amount. And I have the same thing for whatever my little thing is,
That's
right? I'm
right.
going to go buy a gun, or I'm going to do whatever with it. So
And you
that's
both agree to
fun
it.
stuff. That's having fun with money, and it has an agreed on amount.
Yes, you both
And then
agree.
there's no thing. So you put a little fun category in there and do that. And no, you're not being irresponsible. Jade's got you checked off exactly right. And he's making fun of himself
Yeah,
to his
he
own
is.
credit. He said, "I'm a
Reading
nerd." He's saying
financial
I'm a nerd, and he knows he's a nerd. That's good. But most men can live under a bridge. It doesn't bother us, and so we don't need drapes. I mean, we don't understand. It's like shades will do,
Yeah.
So cheaper shades. But but I don't understand. I don't know why it has to. Oh well. And so it doesn't matter if I understand or not.
You don't
I have figured that out. So. Yeah, you need a budget for a line item for generosity. It doesn't sound like you have that, and you do need a budget line item that you've both agreed to, and then you shut up about it. No whining about it. No, and I give you $500. You don't give her nothing. She married you.
There you go.
So we decided we are spending $500 a month. We decided we're spending $1,000 a month. We decided whatever to decorate our new home.
And he'll probably like it. The truth is, you're fine
No.
on a lawn chair,
No.
but I think. It warms up the house. I mean, you like the stuff that Sharon picks.
Not equal to what it costs.
Listen,
No.
I'm scared of you when you go home.
No, I'm not. I truly, I'm not as bad as this guy, but I truly don't.
You don't care
I
at
would
all.
not have spent that on that chair, not in a million freaking years.
Understood.
But that's okay. I'm happy and she's happy and
Yeah.
we've got the money. So it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's good. And she she does not understand some of my obsessions either. So it's okay. It's all right. It doesn't matter. The point is you need to enjoy as a couple your money. And you need to be generous and give your money.
That's right.
And you need to be constantly investing and saving, and you are. And so we know you got that one. And so, there's 3 things you can do with money. You have to teach little kids the same thing, by the
Yes.
way. Teach your little kids to give, to save, and to spend.
I'm on it now.
It's
tough.
That's a hard one. But if you get them there, they'll be happy adults.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. I'm working on it.
Good balance. Good balance. Alyssa is in Austin, Texas. Hi, Alyssa. What's up?
Hi, I'm thrilled to be here.
Good to have you. How can we help?
Well, I wanted to know how I should quit working on my business or keep going.
What are you
I'm a
making?
stay-at-home
Are you
mom.
making money?
No.
How much
But
are you
it's
making?
been
What's your
about-
total dollars coming in a month?
like 500 a month.
Ooh, how long you been
and
at
I've
it?
been working on it like really hard, like 3 months, but I was like lightly doing it
What is the
6
business?
months ago. It's a digital marketing business because I want to work from home because I'm a homeschooler mom, so I want to work in the afternoons. And
Did you buy some
the
kind
real
of
problem is-
package or something to do this with?
Multi-level.
Yes. Well, I promised my husband I wouldn't like spend over a certain amount, you know. So I'm almost to that limit, and now I'm questioning like, should I keep going? Because I bought like a course and like professional Zoom and like the website things, and it's like slowly trickling. And most importantly, I have to find someone to watch my children in the afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have time to work on the business. Plus, I'm working on the weekends. My husband is graciously watching them, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm just at the low part of starting a business,
No.
or if I should just keep going.
No, there's no mystery to it. Henry Cloud says in his book Necessary Endings that when you lose hope that things are going to get better, it's time to end whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's a relationship, a job, a business, and so you've got to give me a reason why you think this is going to start making $5,000 a month. Because you're making $1 an hour right now. This sucks.
Right.
So you got to you're going to have to solve for, I'm going to make these final 3 moves and get this to $4,000 a month, or I'm not going to go, oh, it just takes a while. No, it doesn't take a while. You got to go get the stuff done.
Yeah, and have a plan.
Yeah, and you could have gone and gotten a part-time job and made a whole lot more. So I kind of think you bought an internet thing that you read, and I think they sold you a bunch of crap is kind of what it sounds like to me. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show in the Fairwinds Credit Union studio. I'm Dave Ramsey. Jade Warshaw is my co-host. Ramsey personality, #1 best-selling author. Jessica's in Springfield, Michigan. Hi, Jessica. What's up?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Yeah, I am calling. I am a single mom with a rowdy little toddler son, but I one's income, and been working 3 jobs and trying to do the baby steps, and I just feel like I'm like in a, and I'm not like a rut or just not getting anywhere is where I kind of feel like, try not to get emotional with it, but I just feel like I just sometimes have failed. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I don't think you failed. You might be tired, but I don't think you
Yeah.
failed. So tell me about who's watching the baby when you're doing all this work?
Yeah, so I actually just moved back home with my parents to kind of help, like, save money, and I'm actually don't, so
How old are
actually,
you?
I'm 36.
And how much child support are you receiving?
I do not get any, Dave.
Why?
I had a bad lawyer. I feel like we actually have joint custody, but I don't actually get any support. So.
Okay. And what do you make at your day job?
Yeah, so my full-time job, I make about $53,000, and then with my I do have 2 side jobs that I make about $58,000 a year alone.
At those 2?
No, sorry, like
Oh,
all together.
58. Your
like,
side jobs only make
combined.
$5,000 a year.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're not making
they're
anything
both,
at your side jobs. Okay.
No, they're both contract jobs, and one of them I honestly just need to get rid of. There's really no work there anymore. But I work my full-time job. I work anywhere between 10 to 20 hours overtime each week with that.
So what do you, when you bring home when you get your checks for the month, what's it total for the full month?
For the full month, they typically are about after taxes about $3,800 is typically where I sit.
So what you're home with your parents and they're helping you out, and that $3,800, what's it going towards?
Towards debt right now, and I am still I'm paying my rent up until this last month, which I'm paying for an empty apartment in Alabama. But that's another $1,000 I will be getting in my pocket.
Got it.
So you had $1,000 rent back in Alabama, and now what else is the $3,800 going to?
Student loans and medical debt and credit card debt is where that
Tell
pretty
us
much
the
all
total.
goes.
How much student loan debt do you have?
Student loans is right about $28,000.
And how much medical?
Medical is about $3,000.
Okay. And how much credit card?
Credit card is $8,500.
Wow. I'm hearing this, and like the more you're saying it, the more excited I'm getting, because you're getting this help from your parents. The $1,000 you're going to get back in your pocket after this month. Next month you can knock the medical debt out.
You got a car debt?
I do have a car debt. It's $8,000.
Okay, that's not bad. And how's the car running? It's all right?
Yes, it runs great, and I've gone through the FIP University, and I debated selling my car, but I have to travel back to Alabama monthly. So having a car for my toddler
Why do you have
son
to travel
that's
back to Alabama?
What it's crazy is I still have to take my son for visitations, which his father doesn't really care. Is that thing?
So his dad won't come to you where you are. You have to is it by court order that you have to go to him?
Yes. Yes.
Is there a way to go back and change any of that?
I have debated going back and going back to court, but it was like an $8,000. I'm sorry, I'm so emotional.
That's okay. That's all right.
It was an $8,000 lawyer bill.
How long were y'all married?
We were not married. Thankfully, thank God that we were not married, because I dodged a bullet on that one.
Okay. And so you're talking about the travel that sets you back a little bit.
All right. So,
It does.
so did you get a tax? How long have you been gone from Alabama? Gone from him?
We just moved back in May, so about 7-8 months. I think that's.
Did you get a tax refund last year?
I did.
How much?
Yes, sir, I did. I believe it was shy of $3,500.
Okay, I want you to go to HR and change your W-2 by $300 a month and bring $300 more home to $4,100.
That would help a lot.
Okay, because that's what you're giving the IRS too much every month out of your check. You're giving them too much money. They don't more than you owe.
And let's get you on a budget, because I think when you get on a written plan, you're going to see that living with your parents right now, which I think is a good move for you right now, all of your money is are they charging you anything? Have they said you need to do this or that?
No, I help with groceries and stuff.
Okay. So if you take $1,000 a month to live on and put $3,000 a month towards these bills, the medical bills are gone in 1 month. 3 months later, the credit cards are gone, and 3 months later, the car is gone. So 7 months from now, you're debt free except student loan.
Right. That would be amazing.
And
that's exactly your numbers.
And then in another 8 months, the student loans are gone.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 16 months, 17 months on this.
If you can stay there that long, you'll be debt free and be able to go get you an apartment and start your life.
Yeah.
And if you get an extra job that's reliable and legitimate, where you're making some serious money versus the crappy ones you've got now, you can can accelerate that speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's happened. Your emotions and your body physical reaction is still living back there with the doofus boy. Okay. I'm sitting here in your future. Jade's sitting here in your future. And it's so bright, I need to wear shades. See, it's because I'm looking out 6 months from now, and you're debt free but student loans.
And by the way,
that is not scary or crying numbers. Those are happy numbers, excited numbers, celebration numbers.
And don't get hung up on the 6 months, because you're going to feel it after this month when you pay the medical debt. You're going to start feeling it
right now.
Yeah.
As soon as you start doing the budget. Yeah. This month, no medical debt. Next month, half the credit card's gone, or a third of the credit card's gone. The next month, a third. The next month, a third. The next month. So 7 months it takes to get the car and the credit cards and the medical bills down to just the student loan.
Yeah.
Wow. You're okay. You're okay. It doesn't feel like you're okay because your life has sucked for so long. But now just look out into the future, and I see a really cool future.
Yep.
The rearview mirror's got manure in it, okay?
Yes.
but the future's bright. Okay? So you're coming out of the manure pile riding a pony, kiddo. Here we go. All right?
Yes.
You're okay.
Yes.
You're okay. Your numbers are better than you feel.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you hear the math?
I do.
Okay. Just breathe that in and hold it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're okay. We're going to set you up on every dollar, and if you need to call us back, you call us back. We'll keep walking with you. But you can do this. This is very doable. If it was bad, we'd tell you.
That's right.
We tell you the truth around here. We love you enough to tell you the truth. Kelly is with us in Cincinnati. Hey, Kelly, what's up?
Hello, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help?
I'm 53 years old. I've been dating my boyfriend for about 2 years now, and the idea of long-term commitment in marriage has been coming up. We're both financially stable, no debt, significant amount in retirement accounts, and he is just straight up against marriage.
He got burned bad before,
everything. He did. He really got burned bad. And that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah, but he still lives in that.
What?
Yes.
Was he upfront about that? Has he been upfront about that? The fact that he doesn't want to be married?
Yes.
And you were thinking maybe you could change his mind?
I thought I was okay, and now I'm like, but it's not. I understand we both have kids.
Yeah.
They're almost all adults. We both are financially stable.
Yeah. That's so heartbreaking.
And obviously, it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I'm just stuck, right?
No, you're not stuck.
You're not stuck. You've already
changed.
decided who you are, and he decided who he is, and that's a bad thing. I'm sorry. Yeah. So,
I wish it didn't feel bad.
I wish it didn't feel bad too. But it feels awful. It hurts because you really, you like the guy, obviously. Might even say love the guy, but I would just say, I thought I could be okay not being married, and I'm not okay, and you're not okay talking about getting married even, or getting, counseling for what happened to you. I'm not her, and I feel like she's being held against me and against the institution of marriage. All marriage is not bad. All relationships are hard, including marriage, but all marriages are not bad. All people don't mistreat each other the way she did, and so his conclusion is ill-founded. It's based in scars and pain, and he's unwilling to address it.
But here's the other part of it, Kelly. Here, and I'm thinking about this just from if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't want to have to convince somebody of it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, even if you laid out some sort of hey, if you don't do this, I'm walking. And then if he decided, okay, I'll marry you, that doesn't feel good either, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because I've thought about that.
That's the tough part. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. I feel for you.
I'm sorry.
And it's a few years in the future still, but I'm not 20.
Well, you've already
so I don't want to waste those years.
Did you say 3 years?
I wouldn't. No, there's no time in the future. You've been dating for 2 years.
2 years.
And you figured out it's not a match.
Ugh.
And so you start.
All right, I was hoping you were going to just give me some magic to convince him that it was good.
But I'm kind of I think it is good, and I think it's him. I think if he was on the phone, I would tell him to sit down with a therapist, sit down with his pastor, and start reaching towards some healing from his past, because he's hurting. The scars are dominating his thought pattern rather than his bright future, and he's about to lose a great gal because of it. So,
have you mentioned that to him, that maybe there's some healing that needs to take place?
No, I don't think I've ever actually said those words. He had a long-term partner who didn't require marriage, and I think he just kind of settled into that. And then they broke up very easily, right? I mean, it was, hey, let's go our separate ways.
So he's
not
never
exact-
been actually married before.
No, he was married.
Oh,
And then he had a
his
long term.
wife.
Got it.
And then he had a long-term relationship that she didn't
Also,
require him to marry. And then she just kind of said, okay, I'm out. I'll see ya. And he was like, oh, okay. And he's like, see, I didn't have to go through a divorce. I didn't have to pay a lawyer. This is great. This was so wonderful. And I'm like, but that's not the commitment I want.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking my call.
I'm sorry. Thanks for calling.
Oh, that's tough.
That is hard. It is hard.
That's tough. It's you have these conversations early and often, and he did say it. He said it from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with a guy in terms of his honesty, but that still doesn't. It's just not a match.
Still painful.
I think the thing is, the only thing I might have done if looking back on it, I'm trying to look backward on this, is maybe, a little sooner in the rather than investing 2 years into it, and because the heartbreak is more extreme the further you're into it. So, ouch. Lynn is in Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, Lynn, what's up?
Hey, thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help?
We would love your opinion on if it makes sense in the current housing market to sell our Airbnb.
Tell us more. Why are you thinking of selling it?
So I lost my job. My position was eliminated about 6 weeks ago, and I'm currently looking for another job. But if it doesn't, I don't think I'm going to be able to make as much as I was. So if it doesn't work out, we would definitely have a profit from selling the Airbnb. And we could definitely live on that for a while.
Okay.
What does your husband work?
Curious. He does.
And what does he make?
He probably makes only about $37 a year. And let me explain, because he had a business. We moved into South Carolina about a year ago. He had a business, a distributing business, and we were living mostly on my income because I was at a company for a very long time, and they told me that, it would work remotely, and regardless, they did eliminate my position. So he's working at a local supermarket in a receiving area.
And what were you making?
He's looking for a higher paying job. I was making probably $90.
Doing what?
I was an executive admin to a president of a company.
Now, what made you say that you probably won't make that again? That's a crazy statement.
Because in South Carolina, I did that my entire life, and to just step into a position, an executive admin position, I'm not going to. There's nothing available currently here that I've looked at in the last 6 weeks, 2 months that starts at that level.
Understood. What do they start at?
More 40, 50.
Interesting. Okay. Back to the Airbnb for a second. What's it worth?
Probably 200.
And what do you owe on it?
112.
Where were you living before?
So in Pittsburgh. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. And why did you choose South Carolina?
2 of our 3 daughters live around the corner from us, and one lives in Charlotte. So we needed to be near them and near our grandchildren.
Is the Airbnb in Pittsburgh?
No. So we bought it in 2020 so that I could come down here and work and be close to the grandkids when I came down. And then when we moved down here last year, we decided to Airbnb. Well, actually, I decided to Airbnb in 2020.
The answer to your question
to
is simply yes. I would sell it. Okay, but then the other thing I want to address is number one, your husband needs a different position, and number two, your set of assumptions. Frankly, I'm very familiar with Columbia, and I'm very familiar with Charlotte, and I'm frankly shocked that you haven't seen any executive positions anywhere, assistant positions over $40,000 or $50,000. I know if you go to Charlotte, you would. And that might be
an hour and a half north, yeah.
Well, that's where one of the other kids lives. I heard that. And so you'd be an hour and a half from your grandkid over on that side, but it'd be next to the kid that's in Charlotte. So if you need the income, but I don't know what you all need to make to survive and so forth, but on the back end of your career. But it's an interesting observation 30 years of doing this, that people, when they lose a job, for some reason always assume they're going to make less. Mm-hmm. They never assume it's an opportunity to make more. I don't know why that is.
We've had all those years of experience.
And,
I would think.
Now, Columbia's not a huge market, but it's big enough that there ought to be somebody over 40 playing for an executive assistant. That doesn't feel right. So, but I think it's just a belief system. You're just like, oh, I'm always going to make less because I'm not in Pittsburgh. Well, I mean, that's pretty snobbish. So South Carolina doesn't pay what Pittsburgh pays. Yes, they do. So, hello. Buying or selling your home is a big deal. Hey, interest rates are down, boys and girls. And with all the clickbait headlines and conflicting data out there, it's hard to know what's happening in the housing market. Well, we're here to tell you the latest trends. The latest trends are that home prices held steady last month. $424,000 is the median. In October, about 1 in 5 houses saw a price cut, which means buyers might have more room in the winter to negotiate, snag a better deal. That's generally true around December. Mortgage rates are at 5.5 in October. Nice. To learn more about the housing market trends and get free tools to help you, go to RamseySolutions.com/market. And we've got all the market data on there. Facts are your friends. Don't listen to the crazy friends of yours. How you can don't listen to all the whining and the carrying on. It's nuts. Just go find out what the facts are, and you'll be amazed at how housing is still there. It's not all gone. Your life isn't over. Everything's okay. Logan's in Dallas. Hey, Logan, how are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm good. I'm doing well. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So my wife and I, we've always had separate bank accounts, and my wife is against combining to one shared account. But lately, she's been stressed because she hasn't been able to help out as much as she used to with the bills. Mm. So I'm wondering what sort of alternatives we might have.
How long you been married?
We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary this year.
Mm. Okay. Why is she against combining accounts?
Because she's told me that she feels like if she combines her bank account, she would feel more. She wouldn't feel as independent.
Got it.
Why? She doesn't think you're going to count her vote?
She doesn't think that she doesn't want to spend my money.
It's not your money. It's our money. We got married.
I know.
How'd she grow up? How'd she grow up?
She grew up in her mom and dad are still together. They have separate bank accounts though as well. She's kind of following in there.
Okay. Well, let me give you a couple things. Number one, the data tells us when we did the largest study of millionaires ever done, that people who combine accounts have a much higher probability of actually becoming millionaires. And 89% of the millionaires surveyed said that were married said that one of the reasons they became wealthy is they worked in alignment with a spouse that was cooperative and combined everything. And so the marriage vows, or the old marriage vows, are true. In the old Book of Common Prayer, they used to say, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. We've all heard that one, but there was, in the old ones, they would say, unto thee all my worldly goods I pledge. In other words, we're all in. We're going to share everything. The same bed. We're going to share the same house. We're going to have flu at the same time. We're going to be all in, okay? And we share bank accounts. And it's not your money and my money. It's our money. my wife has not had an income since my 40-year-old daughter was born. But we have an excellent income. And we don't ever say Dave makes the money, Sharon doesn't get a vote. That really wouldn't work at all. but it also doesn't work at all. So we're very careful with our pronouns. Everything is shared. It's our car, our everything, unless the dog pees on the floor and then it's my dog. But other than that, it's our everything, right? And so your dog, but other than my dog, everything is we, our, us, and this is what we are doing. We built a house, we bought a car, we went on a trip, we saved up some money for retirement, we bought some investment real estate, we do it all. And there's a tremendous marital benefit to that as well, because when you agree on the overall, let's put all the money in one pile, and we have to sit down and both of us have an equal vote. I'm not suggesting she loses her independence. I'm suggesting she lost her independence when she got married. You did too, by the way. You now promise to work with someone the rest of your life on things. You gave up being independent. That's independent was when you were living by yourself in an apartment. That's independent, okay? But you didn't lose your identity when you got married. But you did lose your independence. You are now interdependent, thank God. And now we're going to work together. And I really, 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 I can't stress this enough, what it will do for your relationship. Because here's the thing. When you agree on your spending, you got the whole money in a pile, and we sit down together. She gets a vote, you get a vote. We're going to spend our money together. You are agreeing on what you fear. You are agreeing on your dreams. You are agreeing on your values. You are agreeing on what we're going to be generous with. And when you don't combine it, you don't have all that agreement. And so a level of unity, a level of oneness is missing from your relationship. I'm telling you, man, your all's relationship will double in quality when she gives this up.
Yeah. When I hear this, I hear somebody who, what's at the root of this, I think it sounds powerful for women to say, oh, at the root of this is, like, I'm a feminist and I'm an independent woman who don't need no man. But really what's at the root of it is fear, is what I hear. Is somebody who's fearful that if I combine 100% with this person, something could happen down the line and I could be left out to dry. I could be the one left holding the bag. I could be the one that ends up getting screwed out of this.
By the way, the law says otherwise.
But that's
the law protects that.
That's what's ticking in her mind. And so that's the nerve that I'd be going after is, when I think of the word independence, that means you're free from something. And in this case, you're free from me. I don't want you to be free from me. I want us to be together. And what I'm thinking is you're thinking about, will you be protected in the future? Could something happen to you? Let's talk about all of that. Yeah. I think if you can speak her language on this, you can come together on this.
Yeah. The problem is if you don't, you're lowering the quality of your marriage, the probability of your marriage working, and you're lowering the probability of building wealth. The data tells us all that.
Right.
Those are facts. It's not a feeling, and it's not a spiritual statement. It's a data-based statement. And we know that from having done this for 30 years and having studied. We research project after research project out there on this. And so, so young man, if you're out there and you want to get married and you want to never be told what to do, never have someone have an opinion on whether you go by and have a beer after work, or don't get married, because it's what's going to happen. That's one of the things you give up. You now have acquiesced to someone else's desires.
Sure, 100%.
Young man, if you're getting married. Young woman, if you're getting married, if you want to be independent and be a feminist, you shouldn't be. Marriage is not for you.
Well, life just changes.
It's not for you.
The definitions change.
It's not that you have to submit to the men. It's quite the opposite of that. He's got to submit to you too. Submit yourselves one to another. Ephesians says. That both of you serve each other. Both of you. And this is what creates high-quality relationships. This is what creates high probability of building wealth. Oh, by the way, careers take off, too. It's the weirdest thing.
And the data says that people who combine their money, they're just happier. Just day-to-day, they're happier. And I think that's
Arthur Brooks' happiness study, he finds that stuff in marriage all the time. The cooperation creates the happiness. And as opposed to I'm standing up for my rights.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's building trust, because when you can do money together, the thing you've learned about each other is I can depend on you and you can depend on me. I keep my word, you keep your word, we keep our word.
Ooh,
and
that's
when you do
good.
that,
that's good right there.
You're good.
That'll preach.
You're good to go.
Yeah, it's an of integrity verification.
That's right. That's right.
That's strong. That's strong because and it's not in his situation. His situation doesn't apply to this.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't tell you the reason that song sings right there is the number of times I run into someone who's got financial infidelity. They also have sexual infidelity.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a correlation. Oftentimes we run into it a lot in the counseling office here. So it's just, oh man, wow. Hey, that's a cool question. Thanks for putting it out.
Yes.
Our scripture of the day, Colossians 4:5. Be wise in the way you should act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Thomas Sowell said, why is there so much effort being put into trying to find intelligent life on other planets when there is serious question about how much intelligent life there is here?
Oh,
Not
wow.
bad. Not bad at all. All right. Aaron's in Pittsburgh. Hey, Aaron, what's up?
Hi, Dave. Hi, Jade. Thank you both for all you do, and thank you for taking my call today.
Sure, thank you. How can we help?
So I kind of called on a whim, but basically, just a quick question. Me and my husband are on baby steps 4, 5, and 6. And, I have 2 boys, ages 16 and 12. They both want some pretty expensive clothing for Christmas. One hoodie, for example, can be anywhere from, $150 to $300. And I grew up without money. And so, I just look at that and I think, I could buy 5 hoodies for that price. And I just need to know, am I crazy? It's a Christmas gift. Is it okay to spend a lot of money on like one item of clothing? I feel like it's okay, but I guess
What's your household income?
Like right below 300,000.
Is it the fact that, is it the 150? Because you might spend 150 on, I don't know, a bike, or to 300 on a bike or a scooter or a gaming system, right? But is it the fact that it's clothing specifically, or is it the money specifically?
It's honestly clothing. It's like I said. I mean.
Okay, so it's not the money. It's the fact you don't feel like it's a good value.
Yes, exactly. I don't feel like it's a good value, and I'm just like, like I said, one hoodie is $300. I'm like, oh my goodness, I could use that money.
I'm so out of it. I was not aware there was a hoodie that was over $70.
No, there is.
What's the brand of this? I'm so out. I'm such a dad joke. But what is the brand of this?
I think it's called Spider. There's like a 5 in the middle. But it's like
okay.
It's like is that ski wear? The ski wear? Spider ski wear? Yeah.
It's just
that stuff can be expensive.
It's like I think some rapper made it. Some rapper.
Okay. Then that's why I wouldn't know it.
It's what's popular at school. They want to be. They want the latest thing. I get it.
So now there's two parts to the discussion then, and it might be fun to sit down and talk to him about it. And go, okay, I grew up poor, so this is hard for me. This is you talking, okay? Mm-hmm. Number one. Number two, we have the money, and I'm concerned about 2 things here, because I think you are. I'm going to put words in your mouth, and you tell me if I'm wrong, okay? I'm concerned that we're buying something super expensive just so you feel better about yourself at school, and so that you think you look cool. And then you think that clothing makes you look cool instead of just, by the way, being cool is a better way to look cool. And then the second thing is that I'm worried about what I'm teaching you when I do this for you. I can afford it, and I'm willing to overcome my childhood part in order to do this for you, but I'm worried about you guys and what I'm teaching you if I do this. Because it's not a very good, it's not a good use of the money. You're buying one thing and one thing only here, and it's prestige. You're not buying the quality of clothing. You're buying the name. And so it would be the equivalent of a 16-year-old girl wanting a, $2,000 Coach purse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And, you know, which is, why does she need that purse when she has, you know, she doesn't at school. Okay. The same thing.
Yeah.
Or I'm making this up, but, you know, an expensive item, and is a Coach purse worth that? No, you're paying for the fact that people see you carrying a Louis Vuitton or carrying a Coach. That's what you're paying for. The purse itself is not constructed, you know, 8x better.
Right.
And this hoodie is not constructed. The quality of the material or something is not double what the $75 hood. So I mean, you just kind of talk that through with them, and go, what is it that's driving you to want this? And because as your mom, I want you. My job is not to make you happy right now. My job is to raise you to be a complete grown up. I'm trying to raise great grown ups, not great kids. And that's my job. And this is how we talk to our teens. And we would say, okay, what's the value system? What matters here? And I'm not shaming you. I just want you guys to think through this. And, you know, and once we've talked it through, if I'm convinced that you think you're cool without this, I might get it for you.
I'm going to throw another question in there because I'm a creative, and I always am encouraging my kids to be themselves. I'd want to know, is this a trend you're trying to set, or is this a trend you're trying to follow?
Ooh.
That's what I'd want to know.
Wow.
Because if you're trying to set a trend, I'm all in with you.
Really?
I want
Leader
you to,
of the pack.
Yes.
Leader of the first one to the game.
Yeah, I like that.
Early adopter.
That's good.
Wow. That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't want none of the three of us, Aaron, you, me, or Jade, want our kids to have their self-esteem based in what they wear or what they own.
Right.
Stuff-based self-esteem is really shallow. And it's kind of Instagram influencer crap, you know? And it's like, it's just shallow. It's all about how you look and instead of who you are. And it's all about who sees you with this and that kind of thing. One of Rachel's rules, my daughter's rules, is if no one ever sees me with this, would I still buy it?
So good.
Yeah, that's good.
And she said, in other words, I'm buying it for me, not for someone else. See, when I was in my 20s, I drove a Jaguar because I wanted everybody to think I was wealthy and had a Jaguar. Now the only cars I have are for me. I don't care what you think because I went broke. And I lost all my care what you think. It all went away. I don't give a crap now what you think. So I drive whatever I want to drive. And if you don't like it, I couldn't care less. I'm not taking a poll. So, you know, and so I drove in a pickup today, and it's a great pickup, but I don't care. I can drive whatever I want to drive, and I like the car. So but when I was in my 20s, I was real concerned about what you thought. So Rachel's rule is a good rule, too.
I love that rule.
If no one ever saw you, yeah. I like the trendsetter thing. That's interesting.
Yeah, because you know,
teach them to lead.
There's always something that's the big trend, and it's like if you get it, you're part of the cool people, you're part of the group, and it's like, no, you make the trend and let everybody come and follow what you're doing. I care about that.
And I worry too that, you know, this is the trend now, and if I buy it in another 3 months,
it won't be.
What's it going
to be? It won't be. 100% it won't be.
No.
This time next year, it's in the Goodwill pile.
Goodwill pile.
Well, right,
no question.
Right.
No question. It's going to the homeless this time next year.
There's a viral video going around social media of a mom, and she's asking her daughter, who's probably somewhere between the age of your boys, somewhere between 12 and 16. She says, "Hey, do you remember what you got for Christmas last year?"
No.
Have you seen that? She can't think of any of them.
You know what?
Most kids, I can't tell you.
But then she said, "Where did we go on vacation?" And the daughter remembered exactly where they went. So that right there is a good indicator of how their minds are
better
making.
than stuff.
Yeah, how their minds are making.
But I would use this as a teachable moment. And instead of saying, am I spending too much money, it's, what am I getting for the money I'm spending?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm getting is the lesson that you two boys learn from this. And I got to become convinced that you think that you're awesome without this hoodie. And if you think a hoodie makes you awesome, I'm not getting it. Because I'm not gonna cause your self-esteem to be based in what you're wearing ever. That's not a lesson not at the Ramseys and not at Aaron's house. And I think it'd be a great growing up thing for them to talk about peer pressure and all this stuff and trend setting and following the cool kids and all that crap. Yeah, I think it's a great conversation to have.
It is.
And teenagers actually, and if you'll come in and start with, I grew up poor, so this is hard for me. Start with vulnerability, they'll really listen.
I bet.
That puts this hour of the Ramsey Show in the books. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.